Hey everyone, this is your favorite realtor Norm, and today I'm coming to talk about area code 22207. This is in Arlington, Virginia, and I've got it highlighted here in red on Google Earth. As you can see, the location is stellar. It's right across the Potomac River from Washington, D.C. Naval Observatory, you've got Georgetown, here's the White House right here. So when you're coming home from work, maybe you're just hopping across one of the bridges. The Key Bridge is right here, and you're zipping right over into your neighborhood, which is so close and convenient. Some things about this zip code. It's considered North Arlington. About 15% of our population is living here. It's roughly 12,000 homes are in this area, and the neighborhoods that you'll find over in this area, they're called Williamsburg, Rock Spring, Donaldson Run, Cherrydale, Rivercrest, Bellevue Forest, Maywood. As you all know, Arlington doesn't have individual cities. We're the biggest little city or county, and these are just neighborhood specifics. Once you start driving around, you'll get to know them. So some interesting things about this area. This is where you're going to be looking for detached homes mainly. If you're looking for more space, you'll find it here. Your chance of finding the kind of the bigger lots or more land is going to be here in this area. You see all the trees that are around. You're close to so many parks that are right here. And when I talk about lot sizes, for Arlington, 10,000 square feet is a big lot. And then if you're looking for something bigger, like up to an acre, your best chance of seeing properties that are an acre or more are in this area. They could be along the Potomac River here, or maybe some type of other assemblage, something like that. So other interesting things about the area, like I said earlier, like when you want to go back into DC, you have a couple of options right from your, from this zip code. You could jump over here and you're on to the Key Bridge, and that gives you access to Georgetown and DC, Wisconsin Boulevard Avenue, and then, easy access to DC. The other thing I wanted to point out, though, that's super great about living over here is you have access to what's called Chain Bridge. This is kind of a bridge that's been here forever. They say over 200 years, there's been some type of structure right here. And this allows you to get over to Georgetown, DC, super quick. It's straightforward. But think about this bridge through history. It's provided passage for soldiers, bootleggers, people, even more, something like that. So the other part of Arlington I wanted to mention that's in 22207, they call it Arlington's Gold Coast, and it's right here. These homes are overlooking the Potomac River, and these are groupings of townhouses. This is being redeveloped. This is, as you can see, these are estates. These are grand. Yeah, this home was on one of MTV's Cribs a long time ago, because MTV's Cribs was a long time ago. This home recently sold for about $55 million. It's attached to a Frank Lloyd Wright property that's right next door. That's the guest house. So you can see there's some pretty cool properties right here. And yeah, let's jump into it. What else does the area have? Well, the area, you probably already noticed, it has this golf course from overhead. This is actually a private country club. This is Washington Arlington Golf. They've got a pool right here. This is their tennis facility. It backs up to Marymount University. You might know someone who went there, graduated from there, something like that. Marymount offers both undergrad and grad programs. It's really great. There's you can live on campus here. There's sports, perfect. Interesting thing here about Washington Golf. There's number one, incredible views looking back from here back onto DC and the Washington Cathedral. These properties here, private residences, seems like they were built maybe like, I remember when they were built, it was like 15 years ago. It's quite unique. They're called Cathedral View. As you can see, there's 4 of them, but they're on an island, but they do have incredible views. So let's jump into it. Let's still in the same zip. This is Yorktown High School. You've probably heard of Yorktown, or maybe not. There's a few famous alumni who went here. Katie Couric went here. She used to be on the Today Show forever, and then she reported the news. I think she's still doing some things. Who else? Eric Schmidt. He was involved with Google. I want to say like COO. He's doing some interesting things right now around the tech. Just tons of people have graduated from Yorktown. And then you're probably seeing other schools that are popping up here. Nottingham Elementary. One of the reasons why people like Arlington is a lot of the elementary schools are ingrained into the neighborhoods. So you can see, it gives you that, almost that, it's just something special being able to walk or ride or get over to your neighborhood elementary school without having to take transportation. So a lot of folks like that. Just outside the zip code, this is maybe for another time, but there's Bishop O'Connell High School. This is a private high school anyone can go to, but there's tuition for attendance. And this is also gives you another point of view at the lower end of the zip code here. You have access to Metro. When I say Metro, this is the orange and silver line. It's right up here. So technically, if you're living on one of these streets, then you could you potentially walk, ride, get a ride. You're so close to access to Metro, and that's a big deal for a lot of folks. The other thing is the bike trail is also right here. That goes all the way down to Mount Vernon and then all the way past Dulles Airport. It's huge. So back here in the zip, what are the streets around? Well, this street is Langston Boulevard here. It runs from here. You can see it's running through here. Langston Boulevard is super interesting. It turns into Route 29. You can take that all the way through and down to Southern Virginia, down to Charlottesville. And right here, this is, we're on, oh gosh, I want to say Military Road. And from here, there's just tons of places you can get to, including back up to another elementary school. This is Discovery Elementary. Discovery Elementary is super interesting. It's one of the newer elementary schools in Arlington, and when it was built, it was the largest net zero elementary school ever built in the United States. So that's a pretty big deal. Huge, actually. And here at Discovery, it's attached to Williamsburg Middle School. When I say attached, only via proximity, and then they share facilities here. Again, you're right up against the neighborhood, tons of trees and parks. That's why a lot of folks love Arlington, is access to the park system, access to conveniences, and here we go. So another elementary school, you're going to see Jamestown Elementary right here. And then look at that, Jamestown Park right there. Tennis, pickleball, whatever you want, it's right there. You might be looking at just across the river or across the zip code line here. This is McLean, Virginia. So you probably heard of that. McLean is just pretty well known. Some highlights in McLean are the CIA, but that's over in this area. You've got Langley High School. That's for McLean in another day. One of my favorite things to do in the ZIP is over here at Potomac Regional Overlook Park. Some great hikes in here. You can another place to play tennis, and there's also some nature center back here that's fun to get to. Well, another thing here in Arlington is the pool system. Not these neighborhoods were put in before folks thought about a community pool could be a good idea. And what happened was a lot of the recreation associations, different associations, ended up installing pools, selling memberships, and the memberships can be kind of hard to get. You may have to get on a waiting list, and from there, when it's your time, you could, you can move up, purchase a membership, and you're off to the races for the pool. Yeah. One of the things also I want to share about is in this area, it's called the Knights of Columbus. Most folks around will have a Knights of Columbus. It's a fraternal organization, but the main thing I wanted to mention here in Arlington, one of the reasons that I'm bringing it up is we have one, and it also offers a pool, and it also offers facilities rentals and things of that nature. But many people love it for the friendly staff and the pool, and there it is right there. So, and there's one of the oldest homes in Arlington is right here. This was a doctor came into Arlington, and I think his name was Sag Mueller, and he was living here in this property. This is actually the tallest point in 22207 right here. So, and then at some point the Knights took it over, and they've been there for, God, maybe 70, 80 years. So, let's see, I mentioned the Knights, and then you're starting to see like the types of housing is mainly detached properties. There are a few townhouse style properties around, and so, but not as many as maybe different zips. This is mainly detached properties. Let's see. Yeah, one of the things that you can probably tell with all the tree growth is there's just not a lot of vacant land. And what I mean by that is no new neighborhoods are being developed here. If you're looking for a new construction or wanted to have new housing, you're probably going to need to purchase something and then knock it down. And then that's just the way a lot of Arlington is going right now. It's the way a lot of the country is going right now. There's a real housing shortage. So, and I mentioned the schools, and then transportation. Let me just go back to that for a second. Here in town, this road here is Glebe Road. Glebe Road runs through North and South Arlington. That's Interstate 66. And with Glebe can take you all the way from through this whole zip. We're running there, it goes here. And remember that chain bridge? Well, this is how you get onto Chain Bridge, is the Glebe, via Glebe Road. You'll work your way through this tree line system, and you'll end up down here onto Chain Bridge. There's a cool parking lot right here if you want to go for a hike, all in this area. Yeah. So the other thing I want to mention is there are so many bus lines. You can rent Capital Bike Share. You can rent scooters. They're probably everywhere in every city now, but they're definitely here in Arlington. It's easy to get around. Arlington makes it easy. There's dedicated bike lines that allow you to, you don't have to always share the road with a vehicle. That's kind of nice. And like I said, I mentioned the bike trail. Here's another middle school that's right here in Arlington. Gosh, this is such a big zip code, actually. There's a lot going on up here. It covers a lot of land, but it only has about 12% of the population. Like I said before, that's really interesting to me. If you want some space to spread out, this is where you're going to do it. Because if you want to be on top of people living in a high-rise urban environment, check it out. You're blocks away from just having all of that right here in some of the areas we talked about before, Clarendon Courthouse, Roslyn. So ease of access, room to spread out, lots of trees, tree canopy. It's a really fun place to live, explore, and I hope that you come to Arlington and we'll check it out together. All right. Any questions, concerns, hallucinations? Call Norm.